Hi, first graders. Today I'm going to do a lesson with you to help you learn how to answer questions about a passage that's read to you. I'm going to read a passage today called Ducks. When I'm done reading, I'm going to show you how to find answers to some questions. Ducks. Ducks are a group of animals that spend a lot of time in the water. They are a type of bird. Ducks like to swim in the water and waddle on land. They can be found in ponds, lakes, streams, or rivers. Ducks can live up to 12 years. Ducks have webbed feet, which helps them with swimming. Their feet act like paddles under the water. Ducks have waterproof feathers too. Now that I'm done reading, I want to look closely and carefully at the picture. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 little baby ducklings following behind their mother. Number 1. What is special about a duck's feet? I think I might know the answer to this question, but I want to make sure I'm answering it correctly. So what do good readers do? They look back in the text. The question is about ducks' feet. F-E-E-T. I'm going to look back in the text and see if I can find the word feet, because that's where my answer might be. Look, I see the word feet 2 times. So I'm going to read this section of the passage to see what is special about a duck's feet. Ducks have webbed feet, which helps them with swimming. Their feet act like paddles under the water. So for number 1, I wrote, ducks have webbed feet that are like paddles. Number 2, where can you find a duck? Now I know personally that I've seen ducks in lots of places. I've seen ducks in ponds and rivers and parks. I've seen ducks at the zoo. But when I'm answering this question, I need an answer that matches my text. So I always want to look back in the text to see if my answer down here is going to match the text. So here I'm going to reread the passage and see if I can find a setting of where the duck is. And I don't remember where it said, so I'm going to read the whole thing again. It says, ducks are a group of animals. They spend a lot of time in the water. Okay, water might be a clue. They are a type of bird. Ducks like to swim in the water and waddle on land. Maybe the answer is water and land? Let's keep reading. They can be found in ponds, lakes, streams, or rivers. Aha! I see. Ponds, lakes, streams, or rivers are all places where I can find a duck. I'm glad I kept reading, because if I would have wrote water or land, that's not very specific. But ponds, lakes, streams, or rivers, that sounds much better. So for number 2, that's what I'll put. So I wrote, you can find a duck in ponds, lakes, streams, or rivers. All right, let's do number 3. Ask one question you have about ducks. Oh, so now instead of me answering one of their questions, I get to think of a question that I'm still wondering about. Sometimes it's hard to think of a question. Let me read a part and see if it makes me wonder something. Let's go to the end. It says, ducks have waterproof feathers too. Oh, that's interesting. You know what I'm wondering? How are their feathers waterproof? What keeps their feathers dry? Is there something on them, or are they made out of a special material? So I think I'm going to write that for my question. Here's what I wrote. What keeps the duck's feathers dry? Boys and girls, thank you for listening today. Thank you for learning how to answer questions. Please don't forget, when you have a question, you always want to go back into the text to help you reread to find the answer. Next, sometimes you might think you know the answer to a question, but you always want to make sure what you're thinking matches this passage or the one you are currently reading to make sure you have the correct answer that we're looking for. And last, sometimes it might be hard to think of your own question. So what I like to do is go back and reread one part and then see if it gets me wondering about something, just like I was wondering about the waterproof feathers.